Stop feeling nervous at the airport. Have you ever stood in a long airport line and suddenly forgotten every English word you know? Your heart starts beating faster. The airline staff smiles and says, "May I see your passport?" And your mind goes completely blank. Don't worry, you are not alone. Thousands of people feel exactly the same every single day. Did knows? You don't need perfect English. You only need the right English. Imagine walking into any airport in the USA with a big smile. You understand every question. You answer with confidence. You find your gate easily. You check in without stress. You board your flight feeling proud instead of scared. Sounds amazing, right? Well, that's exactly what you're going to learn in this series. Welcome to Speak English Confidently at the Airport. Today, we're starting with the most important lesson of all confidence. Remember this: airport English isn't difficult. It's simple, polite, and used every day. Native speakers don't expect tourists to speak perfect English. They only want clear communication. So, make yourself one promise today. I will speak. I will not stay silent. Even if you make small mistakes, keep talking. Because every sentence you speak makes you stronger. Let's begin with your first airport conversation. Imagine you're walking into the airport. Take a deep breath. Smile. Walk confidently to the check-in counter. The airline staff says, "Good morning. Where are you flying today?" You smile and answer, "Good morning. I'm flying to New York." Simple. Natural. Confident. Then they ask, "May I see your passport, please?" You reply, "Sure, here you are." Excellent. Fair. Panic. Just calm English. Here's another golden tip. Speak slowly. You don't need to speak fast. Clear English is always better than fast English. From today onward, every airport conversation will become easier. By the end of this series, you'll confidently handle check-in, security, immigration, boarding, asking for directions, ordering food, and much more English. So, are you ready? Let's open the door to confident English. One simple sentence at a time. Check in like a confident traveler. Now that you've walked into the airport with confidence, it's time for your very first real conversation at check-in counter. This is the moment many English learners fear. But today, that fear ends. From this point forward, you'll know exactly what to say. And you'll sound calm, polite, and confident. As you approach the counter, stand tall, smile naturally, and make eye contact. Confidence begins before you even speak. The airline agent smiles and says, "Good morning. May I have your passport and ticket, please?" Don't panic. Simply smile and reply, "Good morning. Sure, here you are." Excellent. That sounds natural and professional. The agent begins checking your information on the computer. A few seconds later, they ask, "Are you checking any bags today?" Your answer can be simple. If you have luggage, say, "Yes, I have one suitcase to check." If you don't, say, "No, I only have my carry-on bag." Perfect. The conversation keeps flowing smoothly. The agent places your suitcase on the scale and says, "Your bag is within the weight limit." What a great feeling. You smile and answer, "Thank you." Sometimes they may ask, "Would you prefer a window seat or an aisle seat?" If you want to enjoy the view, say, "I'd like a window seat, please." If you want easier access to the aisle, say, "An aisle seat, please." Simple words. Big confidence. After printing your boarding pass, the agent says, "Here is your boarding pass." Your flight boards at Gate A18. Boarding begins at 10:30 a.m. Listen carefully. If you don't understand, never stay silent. Instead, politely ask, "I'm sorry, could you repeat that, please?" Or, "Could you speak a little more slowly, please?" Native English speakers hear these requests every day. They are happy to help. Remember this powerful truth. Asking someone to repeat a sentence is not weakness, it is confidence. Confident people ask questions because they want to understand. The agent smiles one last time and says, "Have a wonderful flight." You answer proudly, "Thank you." "Have a great day." Amazing. Your first airport conversation is complete. No fear, no confusion. Just clear, simple English that works anywhere in the world. And this is only the beginning. In the next part, you'll confidently walk through airport security step by step, sentence by sentence. Airport security made easy. Kjobi. You have successfully checked in, received your boarding pass, and dropped off your luggage. Now, it's time for the next step, airport security. For many beginners, this is the most stressful part of the journey. But today, you're going to discover something amazing. Airport security isn't a test of your English. It's simply a place where people follow instructions. Take a deep breath. Stay calm. You've got this. As you walk toward the security checkpoint, a security officer smiles and says, "Good morning. Boarding pass and passport, please." You smile confidently and reply, "Good morning. Here you are." Excellent. The officer checks your documents and hands them back. Then you are. Please place your bag on the conveyor belt. Don't worry if you don't know the word conveyor belt. Just watch what everyone else is doing. Place your backpack, laptop, phone, keys, and other small items into the tray. The officer says, "Please remove your jacket and belt." You politely answer, "Okay, thank you." Simple English is powerful English. Next, the officer points toward the scanner and says, "Please step through the scanner." You walk forward slowly. Stay relaxed. If the officer says, "Please raise your arms," simply raise your arms for a few seconds. That's it. Sometimes an alarm may beep. Don't panic. It doesn't mean you're in trouble. The officer may say, "Please step aside for a quick security check." Smile and reply, "Of course." Remember, security officers are doing their job to keep everyone safe. After the quick check, the officer smiles and says, "You're all set. Have a nice flight." You answer confidently, "Thank you. Have a great day." Fantastic. You did it. Every conversation was short. Every sentence was easy. And every word helped you become more confident. Here's today's powerful lesson. You don't need difficult vocabulary to travel the world. You only need simple, polite English spoken with confidence. Every traveler starts somewhere. Every fluent speaker was once a beginner. So never be afraid of making mistakes. Every mistake is one more step toward success. Now, collect your belongings. Put on your jacket, pick up your bag, and follow the signs to your departure gate. Your airport journey is becoming easier with every step. Finding your gate with confidence. Congratulations! You've passed through airport security. And now you're officially inside the airport. Take a moment to smile. You've already completed some of the most important steps of your journey. Now comes the next challenge. Finding your departure gate. Don't worry. Thousands of travelers look for their gates every day. Even native English speakers sometimes ask for directions. So, if you need help, that's completely normal. First, look at your boarding pass. You'll see something like Gate B12 or Gate C25. Now, look around the airport for the large electronic screens. These are called flight information displays. Find your flight number. Next to it, you'll see your gate number. If you can't find it, don't panic. Walk up to an airport employee with a smile and politely ask, "Excuse me, could you help me? Please." The employee smiles and replies, "Of course. What do you need?" "Yes." "Where is gate B12? Please." "Excellent." The employee points down the hallway and says, "Go straight, then turn left. You'll see gate B12 on your right." You smile and answer, "Thank you very much." Simple, polite, confident. Sometimes airports are very large. You might hear, "It's about a 5-minute walk." Or, "Take the escalator to the second floor." Don't worry if you don't understand every single word. Listen for the important words like left, right, straight, upstairs, downstairs, and gate. These words will guide you. Here's another useful question. If you're unsure whether you're in the correct place, ask, "Is this the right gate for flight 256? The airport staff may reply, "Yes, you're in the right place." Or, "No, your gate has changed. Please go to gate C18. That's why it's always a good idea to check the flight information screen one more time before boarding. Remember this powerful lesson. Confident travelers don't pretend to know everything. They ask questions when they need help. Every question you ask makes your journey easier. Every sentence you speak makes your English stronger. Look around you. You're no longer the nervous traveler who walked into the airport. You're becoming someone who communicates with confidence. One conversation at a time. Boarding the airplane like a pro. Fantastic. You've found your gate, and now you're sitting in the waiting area. Take a deep breath. Look around and smile. You're almost on the airplane. A few minutes later, you hear an announcement over the speaker. "Attention, passengers. Flight 256 to New York will begin boarding in 10 minutes. You don't understand every word. That's okay. Listen for the important words. Flight number, destination, boarding, gate. That's enough. Soon, another announcement begins. We are now boarding Group 1. You look at your boarding pass. Sees Group 3. Oops, don't jump up yet. You laugh a little and say to yourself, "Not my turn yet." See, learning English can be fun. A few minutes later, you hear, "Now boarding Group 3. That's you. You stand up, pick up your bag, and join the line. Stay calm. Nothing. Skelash. When you reach the airline agent, they smile and say, "May I see your boarding pass, please?" You answer confidently, Sure, here you are. The agent scans your boarding pass. Beep! Success. The agent smiles and says, "You're all set. Enjoy your flight." You smile back and reply, "Thank you. Have a wonderful day." Perfect. Now, you're walking through the boarding bridge toward the airplane. Can you feel it? The excitement is real. You think, "Whoa, I'm really doing this." As you enter the airplane, a flight attendant greets you with a warm smile. "Welcome aboard." You happily answer, "Thank you." If you need help finding your seat, simply ask, "Excuse me, where is seat 18A?" The flight attendant points and says, "Go straight, then it's on your left." You reply, "Thank you so much." Easy, friendly, confident. Here's today's golden lesson. You don't have to speak long sentences. Short, polite sentences are powerful. A smile, a please, and a thank you. These three things can make every conversation easier. Look at yourself now. The nervous traveler from the airport entrance is gone. In their place is a confident English speaker who keeps moving forward. One simple sentence at a time. And guess what? The adventure isn't over yet. Talking to the flight attendant with confidence. Congratulations. You're finally on the airplane. Take your seat. Fasten your seat belt. Look out the window. Whoa! Your adventure has officially begun. A friendly flight attendant walks down the aisle with a big smile. She says, "Hello, welcome aboard." You smile back and reply, "Thank you. I'm happy to be here. Gret Jarvie." That simple sentence makes you sound friendly and confident. A few minutes later, the captain makes an announcement. "Ladies and gentlemen, please fasten your seat belts. We'll be taking off shortly." You hear the engines getting louder. Your heart beats a little faster. Maybe you're excited. Maybe you're a little nervous. That's completely normal. The airplane starts moving. You smile and quietly say, "Let's go." What an exciting moment. After takeoff, the flight attendant comes to your row. She asks, "Would you like something to drink?" Easy question. You can answer, "Yes, please. I'd like some water." Or, "Orange juice, please." Maybe you love coffee. Then simply say, "Coffee, please." Don't forget the magic word, please. It makes your English sound kind and polite. Later, the flight attendant asks, "Would you like a snack?" You happily reply, "Yes, please." Thank you. Yummy. Traveling and eating. That's a pretty good combination. Now, imagine you're feeling a little cold. Don't stay silent. Just ask, "Excuse me, may I have a blanket, please?" The flight attendant smiles and says, "Of course." That was easy. Maybe you need help finding the restroom. Simply ask, "Excuse me, where is the restroom?" The flight attendant points and says, "It's in the back of the airplane." You answer, "Thank you very much." Excellent. Here's another fun moment. The airplane shakes a little. You think, "Oh." Then the captain calmly says, "Ladies and gentlemen, we're experiencing a little turbulence. Please remain seated. Don't panic. Small bumps during a flight are very common. Take a deep breath. Relax. Everything is under control. Here's today's powerful lesson. The best English isn't difficult English. It's clear, simple, and polite English. Every please, every thank you, every excuse me makes you sound more confident. Look how far you've come. You walked into the airport feeling nervous. Now you're flying through the sky, speaking English with a smile. That's real progress. Make a new friend on the airplane. Welcome back. You're sitting comfortably on the airplane. Your seat belt is fastened. The airplane is flying high above the clouds. You look out the window and think, "Oh, this is beautiful." Suddenly, the passenger sitting next to you smiles. It's time for a real English conversation. Don't be nervous. Remember, you don't need perfect English. You just need a friendly smile and a few simple sentences. The passenger says, "Hi, how are you?" You smile and answer, "I'm great, thank you." "How are you?" "Perfect." The passenger replies, "I'm doing well, thanks." Great. The conversation has already started. A few seconds later, the passenger asks, "Where are you from?" You answer proudly, "I'm from India." Easy. Then you ask, "Where are you from?" The passenger smiles and says, "I'm from the United States." Awesome. Now both of you are smiling. The conversation feels natural. Next, the passenger asks, "Is this your first flight?" If it is your first flight, simply say, "Yes, I'm very excited." Maybe you laugh a little and add, "I'm a little nervous, too." The passenger smiles and says, "Don't worry. You'll be fine." Oh, kind. Now, it's your turn to ask a question. Yes. Are you traveling for work or vacation? The passenger answers, "I'm on vacation." You reply, "That's wonderful. Have a great trip." See how easy this is? Short sentences, friendly words, big confidence. Maybe both of you look out the window together. Yes, the view is amazing. The passenger smiles and agrees. Yes, it's beautiful. Sometimes both of you laugh because the clouds look like giant scoops of ice cream. You smile and joke. "I'm getting hungry just looking at them." Both of you laugh. Learning English can be fun. Here's today's powerful lesson. A conversation doesn't have to be long to be meaningful. A smile, a simple question, a kind answer. That's how friendships begin. Every time you speak English, your confidence grows stronger. Don't be afraid of small mistakes. People remember your kindness, not your grammar. Look at yourself now. You checked in, passed security, boarded the airplane, spoke with the flight attendant, and now you've had your first friendly conversation with another passenger all. English. Amazing progress. Arriving at your destination and talking to the immigration officer. Congratulations. The airplane has landed safely. You smile and think, "Magic? What an amazing feeling." As the airplane stops, the captain says, "Welcome to the United States. Please remain seated until the seat belt sign is turned off." You smile and reply quietly, "Thank you." Soon, Everyone stands up. Dashi. Take your bag slowly. Walk calmly toward the airport. Now, you're following the signs that say, Arrivals. Immigration. Just follow the crowd. You're doing great. After a short walk, you arrive at the immigration line. There are many travelers waiting. Don't be nervous. Everyone is waiting for the same reason. When it's your turn, walk to the counter with a smile. The immigration officer says, Good afternoon. May I see your passport, please? You answer confidently. Good afternoon. Sure, here you are. Excellent. The officer checks your passport and asks, What is the purpose of your visit? Don't worry. This question is very common. If you're visiting for a vacation, simply say, I'm here for a vacation. If you're visiting family, say, I'm here to visit my family. Easy. Next, the officer asks, How long will you stay? You reply, I'll stay for 1 week. Or, I'll stay for 2 weeks. Simple and clear. Then comes another common question. Where will you stay? You answer, I'll stay at a hotel. Or, I'll stay with my cousin. Perfect. The officer smiles and stamps your passport. Stamp. What a wonderful sound. The officer says, Welcome. Enjoy your stay. You smile proudly and reply, Thank you very much. Yes, you did it. You have successfully completed immigration. Wasn't that easier than you imagined? Here's a funny moment. You think the officer will ask 20 difficult questions, but instead, the conversation is over in just a minute. You smile and laugh to yourself. I was worried for nothing. That's the magic of simple English. Here's today's powerful lesson. Confidence grows every time you speak. You don't need long sentences. You don't need difficult words. A smile, a polite voice, and simple English. That's all you need. Now, it's time for one final step before leaving the airport. Collecting your luggage and leaving the airport with confidence. Congratulations! You've passed immigration. You're almost done. Now, there's just one more important step. Collecting your luggage. Take a deep breath. Smile. You're doing an amazing job. Follow the signs that say, Baggage claim. Easy. The signs are everywhere. You don't even have to ask anyone. After a short walk, you arrive at the baggage claim area. You see many large conveyor belts moving around. Whoa! There are so many suitcases. You smile and think, Okay, where's my bag hiding? Maybe your suitcase is playing a little game of hide and seek. Don't worry. It will be there soon. Look at the big screen above the conveyor belt. Find your flight number. It will tell you which baggage belt to use. Now, stand near the correct belt and wait patiently. A few bags come out. Then a few more. Suddenly, you see your suitcase. You smile with excitement and say, There it is. That's my bag. Great jobby. Pick up your suitcase carefully. Now, imagine your bag doesn't arrive. Don't panic. Stay calm. Walk to the baggage service desk. The airport employee smiles and says, How may I help you? You politely reply, Excuse me, I can't find my suitcase. The employee asks, Do you Have your baggage tag? You answer, yes, here it is. Excellent. The employee checks the computer and says, don't worry. We'll help you find it. You smile and reply, thank you very much. I appreciate your help. See, simple English solves problems. No fear, no stress, just calm communication. Soon, everything is ready. You roll your suitcase toward the airport exit. The automatic doors open. Fresh air touches your face. You smile from ear to ear. You think, hide. From check-in to security, to boarding, to the flight, to immigration. And now your luggage is with you. What an incredible journey. Here's today's powerful lesson. Travel isn't about speaking perfect English. It's about speaking with courage. Every hello, every please, every thank you, every small conversation made you stronger. You are no longer afraid to speak English. You are becoming a confident traveler. And the best part, your English journey has only just begun. Taking a taxi and reaching your hotel confidently. Amazing! You have completed your airport journey like a confident English speaker. You arrived safely, collected your luggage, and now you're ready to leave the airport. But wait! There is one more important challenge. How will you reach your hotel? Don't worry. Today, you will learn simple English for taxis, ride sharing, and asking for directions. Take a deep breath. You are ready. As you walk outside the airport, you see many cars and taxis waiting. A taxi driver smiles and asks, do you need a taxi? You smile and answer, yes, please. The driver asks, where are you going? You simply say, I'm going to the Hilton Hotel. Perfect. Short and clear. The driver may ask, do you have the address? You reply, yes, here it is. Excellent. Always keep your hotel address saved on your phone. It makes your journey easier. Now, imagine you are using a ride-sharing app. The driver arrives and says, hello, are you John? You answer, yes, that's me. The driver smiles and says, I'm your driver. You reply, thank you. Still English. Big confidence. During the ride, the driver may ask, is this your first time here? You confess, yes, it is my first time. I'm excited to visit. Great! Maybe you want to know how long it will take. Ask politely, how long will it take to get there? The driver answers, about 30 minutes. You smile and say, thank you. Now look outside the window. New hordes, new buildings, a new place, a new adventure. You realize something amazing. A few hours ago, you were worried about speaking English. But now, you're having real conversations. That's the power of practice. When you arrive at your hotel, the driver says, here we are. You smile and reply, thank you so much. Have a great day. Wonderful. You take your luggage and walk toward the hotel entrance. Your journey has been successful. Remember this powerful lesson. English is not about being perfect. English is about connecting with people. A simple sentence can open a door. A friendly smile can create a connection. And a little confidence can change your entire travel experience. You started this journey with fear, but now you are speaking, asking questions, and traveling with confidence. Your airport English adventure is becoming a success story. Checking into a hotel with confidence. Fantastic! You have arrived at your hotel. Look at yourself now. You started this journey feeling nervous about English. But today, you are traveling. You are asking questions. You are communicating with people. That's a huge achievement. Now, it's time for another important conversation. Checking into your hotel. For many beginners, talking at the hotel reception desk feels scary. But don't worry. Hotel English is simple. You only need a few useful sentences. Take a deep breath. Walk toward the reception desk with a smile. The receptionist says, "Good evening. Welcome to our hotel. How may I help you?" You smile and reply, "Good evening. I have a reservation." Excellent. The receptionist may ask, "May I have your name, please?" You answer, "My name is David Smith." Simple. The receptionist checks the computer and asks, "May I see your ID and passport, please?" Yes. Sure, here you are. Perfect. After checking your details, the receptionist says, "Your room is ready." What a wonderful feeling! You smile and reply, "Thank you." Then the receptionist gives you the room key and says, "Your room number is 305. The elevator is on your right." If you don't understand, don't worry. Just ask politely, "Could you please repeat that?" Great! As you walk toward the elevator, you feel proud. You think, "Whoa, I'm really speaking English." Inside the elevator, you meet another guest. They smile and say, "Hello." You answer, "Hello, how are you?" Fine. Every moment is a chance to practice. Now, imagine you enter your room. Beautiful bed, clean space, a comfortable place to relax. You smile and say, "This is amazing." But suddenly, you notice something. Maybe the room temperature is too cold. Maybe you need an extra towel. Don't stay silent. Call the front desk and say, "Hello, I need some help, please." The hotel staff asks, "How can we help you?" You reply, "Could I have an extra towel, please?" Easy, polite, confident. Here's today's powerful lesson. Never be afraid to ask for what you need. English is a tool. It helps you make your journey easier. You don't need complicated words. You need courage, a smile, and simple sentences. Look how far you've come. You entered an airport. You boarded a plane. You arrived in a new place. And now you're confidently staying in a hotel. Your confidence is growing every single day. Ordering food at a restaurant with confidence. Amazing! Look at your journey so far. You arrived at the airport. You spoke with airport staff. You reached your hotel. Now, you are ready to enjoy a delicious meal in a restaurant. For many beginners, ordering food in English feels difficult. You look at the menu and think, "What should I say?" Don't worry. Today, you will learn simple restaurant English that you can use anywhere in the USA. Take a deep breath. Smile. Walk into the restaurant with confidence. A friendly waiter welcomes you and says, "Good evening. How many people are in your party?" Don't feel confused. They are simply asking how many people are eating. You can answer, "Just one person, please." Or, "A table for two, please." Perfect. The waiter takes you to your table and gives you a menu. They say, "Here is the menu. I'll be back in a few minutes." You smile and reply, "Thank you." Now you open the menu. So many choices. Whoa! Burgers, salads, pasta, desserts. Everything looks delicious. After a few minutes, the waiter comes back and asks, "Are you ready to order?" If you are ready, say, "Yes, I'm ready." Great. Now you can order your food. For example, "I'd like a chicken sandwich, please." Or, "I'd like a vegetable salad, please." Simple. The waiter may ask, "Would you like anything to drink?" You can answer, "Yes, please. I'd like some water." Or, "I'd like a coffee, please." Excellent. Sometimes the waiter asks, "How would you like your steak cooked?" If you don't understand, don't worry. You can politely say, "Could you please explain?" Asking questions is a sign of confidence. Now, imagine your food arrives. The waiter places your meal on the table and says, "Enjoy your meal." You smile and reply, "Thank you. It looks delicious." What a wonderful moment. You take your first bite and think, "Well, can't do this." You are not just eating food. You are experiencing a new culture. You are communicating in English. You are building confidence. After finishing your meal, the waiter asks, "Would you like anything else?" You can say, "No, thank you. Everything was great." When you need the bill, simply say, "Excuse me, could I have the check, please?" Easy. Polite. Natural. Here's today's powerful lesson. English becomes easier when you use it in real situations. Don't wait until your English is perfect. Start speaking today. Every conversation makes you stronger. Every sentence gives you more confidence. You started this journey with fear, but now you are traveling, communicating, and enjoying life in English. Shopping with confidence in English. Wonderful. Look at how far you've come. You entered an airport with nervous feelings. You spoke with airport staff. You checked into a hotel. You ordered food at a restaurant. Now, you're ready for a new adventure. Shopping in English. For many beginners, going shopping in another country feels scary. You walk into a store and think, "What if I don't understand the salesperson?" Don't worry. Shopping English is simple, friendly, and easy to learn. Take a deep breath. Smile. Walk into the store with confidence. A store employee smiles and says, "Hello, can I help you find something?" You can answer, "Yes, please. I'm looking for a shirt." Excellent. Simple sentence. Clear message. Great confidence. The employee may ask, "What size do you need?" You can say, "I need a medium size, please." Or, "Do you have this in a large size?" Perfect. Now, imagine you find a beautiful jacket. You like it, but you want to know the price. Simply ask, "How much is this jacket?" The employee answers, "It's $50. You smile and say, "Thank you." Easy. Maybe you want to try it before buying. Ask politely, "Can I try this on?" The employee says, "Sure, the fitting room is over there." Great. You walk to the fitting room. You look in the mirror and smile. You think, "Wow, I'm shopping in English. What an amazing feeling." Sometimes you may need a different color. You can ask, "Do you have this in black?" Or, "Do you have another color?" Simple questions can help you find exactly what you want. Now, imagine you decide to buy the item. You go to the cashier. The cashier says, "Did you find everything you needed?" You reply, "Yes, thank you." The cashier asks, "Would you like a bag?" You answer, "Yes, please." Or, "No, thank you. I don't need one." Excellent. When you pay, the cashier says, "Your total is $25. You complete your payment and say, "Thank you very much." The cashier replies, "Have a great day." You smile and answer, "You too. Amazing." Here's today's powerful lesson. Confidence is built through action, not waiting. You don't become confident before speaking English. You become confident by speaking English. Every store, every conversation, every small sentence makes you stronger. Remember, a simple sentence with confidence is better than a perfect sentence with fear. You are becoming a real-world English speaker, asking for help and getting around the city with confidence. Amazing! Look at your progress. You started this journey feeling nervous. You worried about speaking English. You were afraid of making mistakes. But now, you are traveling, shopping, eating at restaurants, and communicating with people. Today, you will learn another important skill: how to ask for help and find your way around a city. Because when you visit a new place, sometimes you need directions. Maybe you can't find a street. Maybe you need a train station. Maybe you are looking for a famous place. Don't worry. Confident travelers ask questions. They don't stay confused. They take action. Imagine you are walking on a beautiful street in the USA. You look around and think, "Wow, this place is amazing." Suddenly, you realize you don't know where to go. No problem. You see a friendly person nearby. You walk toward them and say, "Excuse me, could you help me? Please." Excellent. This is a very polite way to start a conversation. The person smiles and says, "Sure, how can I help you?" You ask, "Where is the nearest subway station?" Simple. The person points and says, "Go straight, then turn right." You smile and reply, "Thank you so much." Perfect. Now, imagine you are looking for a famous tourist attraction. You can ask, "Excuse me, how can I get to the museum?" Or, "Is it far from here?" The person may answer, "It's about 10 minutes away." Great. Now you know what to do. Sometimes you may not understand the direction. Don't feel embarrassed. Just say, "Sorry, could you say that again? please? Or, could you speak a little slower, please? These sentences are your confidence tools. Use them anytime. Now imagine you are at a bus stop. You want to know if the bus goes to your destination. Ask, does this bus go to Central Park? The driver answers, yes, it does. You smile and say, thank you. See how easy communication can be. English is not a wall. English is a bridge. It connects you with new people, new places, and new experiences. Here's today's powerful lesson. Never let fear stop you from exploring the world. If you don't know something, ask. If you make a mistake, learn. If you feel nervous, keep going. Every confident English speaker was once a beginner. The difference is simple. They kept practicing, and now you are doing the same. You are not just learning English. You are building a new version of yourself, handling emergencies and asking for help confidently. Amazing! You have learned so many real-life English conversations. You traveled through the airport. You checked into a hotel. You ordered food. You went shopping. You explored a new city. And now, it's time to learn something very important. How to speak English during an emergency. Don't feel scared. This lesson is not about fear. This lesson is about confidence. Because smart travelers are always prepared. Imagine you are visiting a beautiful place in the USA. You are enjoying your day, taking pictures, exploring new streets. Suddenly, something unexpected happens. Maybe you lose your wallet. Maybe you need medical help. Maybe you feel lost. What should you do? First, stay calm. Take a deep breath. Remember, clear words and a calm voice can solve big problems. If you lose something important, find a safe person nearby and say, "Excuse me, I need help, please." The person may ask, "What happened?" You can answer, "I lost my wallet." Simple. Clear. Easy to understand. If you lose your phone, say, "I can't find my phone. Can you help me?" Excellent. Now, imagine you don't feel well. You need medical help. You can say, "I don't feel well. I need a doctor, please." Or, "I need medical assistance." These sentences are very useful. If you have an emergency and need immediate help, you can say, "Please call emergency services." Remember this important phrase, "I need help." These 3 words are powerful. They can open the door to assistance. Sometimes you may feel nervous because people speak quickly. Don't worry. You can politely say, "I'm sorry, I don't understand. Could you please speak slowly?" Most people will be happy to help. Now, imagine you finally solve the problem. You feel relieved. You smile and think, "I handled that situation in English. What an amazing achievement." Here's today's powerful lesson. Confidence is not about never facing problems. Confidence is knowing you can handle them. Every traveler faces challenges, but prepared travelers stay calm and communicate. You don't need perfect grammar. You don't need big vocabulary. You only need simple sentences, a brave heart, and the courage to speak. Look at your journey. You started with fear at the airport. Now you can handle conversations in many situations. Your English is becoming stronger every day. Keep practicing. Keep speaking. Keep believing in yourself. Making phone calls and talking to customer service confidently. Amazing! Look at your incredible progress. You started this journey with a simple dream. I want to speak English confidently. Now, you can handle airport conversations, hotelizations, restaurant conversations, shopping conversations, and even emergency situations. Today, you will learn another powerful skill: making phone calls in English. For many beginners, phone calls feel difficult. Why? Because you cannot see the other person's face. You cannot use body language. You only have your voice. But don't worry. With a few simple sentences, you can handle phone conversations with confidence. Imagine you need to call a hotel. You pick up your phone. Take a deep breath. Thus, hello, I would like to ask a question, please. Perfect. Polite and simple. The person on the phone says, sure, how can I help you? You reply, I would like to know about my reservation. Excellent. Now, imagine you need to change your booking. You can guess. I would like to change my reservation, please. The employer may ask, can I have your name, please? You answer, yes, my name is John Smith. Easy. Simple sentences create strong communication. Now, imagine you are calling customer service because you have a problem. Don't feel nervous. Start politely. Hello, I need some help with my account. The customer service person asks, can you explain the problem? You can say, yes, I am having a problem with my payment. Or, my order has not arrived yet. Great! If the person speaks too quickly, don't panic. Simply say, I'm sorry. Could you please speak a little slower? This sentence is your friend. Use it anytime. Now, imagine the problem is solved. The customer service person says, your issue has been fixed. You smile and reply, thank you so much for your help. I really appreciate it. Wonderful. Eh? You just completed a professional English conversation. Here's a fun reminder. Your phone is not your enemy. It's your practice partner. Every call makes you stronger. Every sentence builds confidence. Every conversation removes fear. Remember? You don't need to sound like a native speaker. You need to sound confident and clear. A calm voice, a polite attitude, and simple English can take you anywhere. Look back at where you started. You were afraid to speak one sentence. Now you are making calls, asking questions, and solving problems in English. That is a huge victory. Keep practicing. Keep improving. Your confident English journey is moving forward. Introducing yourself and talking about your daily life confidently. Amazing! Take a moment and look back. You started this journey feeling nervous. You were afraid of speaking English at the airport. You worried about making mistakes. But now, you can travel. You can ask questions. You can solve problems. And today, you will learn one of the most important English skills: introducing yourself and having simple daily conversations. Because every friendship, every connection, every new opportunity often begins with a simple introduction. Imagine you meet someone new in the USA. They smile and ask, Hi, what's your name? You smile confidently and say, My name is Alex. Nice to meet you. Perfect. The person replies, Nice to meet you too. P. A beautiful conversation has started. Now they ask, Where are you from? You answer, I'm from India. Simple. Then they ask, What do you do? If you work, you can say, I work in a company. If you are a student, say, I'm a student. If you are learning something new, say, I'm learning English. Excellent. Now, imagine someone asks, What do you like to do in your free time? You can answer, I like watching movies. Or, I enjoy listening to music. Or, I love traveling and exploring new places. Easy sentences. Big confidence? Now, let's talk about your daily routine. Someone may ask, What is your typical day like? You can say, I wake up in the morning. I have breakfast. I go to work. In the evening, I relax with my family. Wonderful. You don't need complicated words. Simple English can tell your story. Imagine having coffee with a new friend. They ask, How was your day? You smile and say, My day was great. I learned something new today. Amazing. Positive conversations create positive feelings. Here's another important sentence. What about you? This small question keeps the conversation going. For example, I like traveling. What about you? Now, the other person can share their story. That's how real conversations happen. Here's today's powerful lesson. English is not only about words. English is about connecting hearts. A simple hello, a friendly smile, a small conversation can create a beautiful relationship. Never think your English is too small. Every great speaker started with simple sentences. Every confident traveler started as a beginner. And now, look at yourself. You are building confidence one sentence at a time. Keep speaking. Keep practicing. Keep believing. Your English journey is becoming stronger every day. Talking about your hobbies and interests with confidence. Wonderful. Look at your amazing journey. You started with a simple fear. What if I cannot speak English? But now, you are having conversations. You are meeting new people. You are sharing your thoughts. And today, you will learn how to talk about something fun, your hobbies and interests. Because conversations are not only about work and travel. People connect through the things they love. Your hobbies show your personality. Your interests tell your story. Imagine you meet someone new in the USA. They smile and ask, What do you like to do in your free time? Don't worry. This is an easy question. You can answer, I like watching movies. Or, I enjoy listening to music. Or, I love reading books. Excellent. Simple sentences. Natural English. Great confidence. Now, imagine the person asks, What kind of movies do you like? You can say, I like action movies. Or, I enjoy comedy movies because they make me laugh. Perfect. A little extra detail makes your conversation more interesting. Now let's talk about sports. Someone may ask, Do you play any sports? You can answer, Yes, I like playing cricket. Or, no, but I enjoy watching sports. Easy. Maybe you love cooking. You can say, I enjoy cooking because it helps me relax. Great. Maybe you love traveling. You can say, I love traveling because I enjoy seeing new places and meeting new people. Beautiful. Your English is becoming more expressive. Now, imagine you are talking with a new friend at a coffee shop. They ask, what is your favorite hobby? You smile and answer, my favorite hobby is photography. I love taking pictures of beautiful places. Amazing. That sounds confident and friendly. Remember this important trick. When someone asks you a question, don't answer with only one word. Add a small reason. For example, instead of saying, I like music, say, I like music because it makes me feel happy. See the difference? Your conversation becomes warmer. Your personality shines. Here's today's powerful lesson. English is not just about speaking correctly. It's about sharing who you are, your hobbies, your dreams, or experiencias. These are your stories, and your stories deserve to be heard. Never hide because of mistakes. Speak with courage. Speak with a smile. Every sentence you say is building a stronger version of you. You are no longer just learning English. You are using English to connect with the world. Keep practicing. Keep improving. Your confidence is growing every single day. Talking about your future plans and dreams with confidence. Amazing. Just think about your journey. You started with fear. You entered the airport feeling nervous. You wondered, can I really speak English? But today, you are having conversations. You are expressing your ideas. You are sharing your dreams. And now, you will learn one of the most beautiful parts of communication, talking about your future plans and goals. Because every person has dreams. Every person has something they want to achieve. And English gives you the power to share those dreams with the world. Imagine you meet someone new. They smile and ask, what are your plans for the future? Don't worry. This is a simple question. You can answer. I want to improve my English. Excellent. Simple sentence. Powerful meaning. Maybe your dream is to travel more. You can say, I want to visit different countries and learn about new cultures. Beautiful. Maybe you want a better career. You can say, I want to learn new skills and find better opportunities. Great. Now, imagine someone asks, what are your goals this year? You can answer, my goal is to become more confident in English. Or, my goal is to stay healthy and learn something new. Perfect. Remember, you don't need difficult words to talk about big dreams. Simple English can express powerful thoughts. Now, let's practice talking about future plans. If you have travel plans, say, I am planning to visit the USA next year. If you want to study, say, I am going to take an English course. If you want personal growth, say, I want to become a better version of myself. Amazing! These sentences are simple, but they carry strong emotions. Now, imagine you are sitting with a friend. Your friend asks, where do you see yourself in 5 years? You smile and say, I hope to achieve my dreams and continue learning every day. Wonderful! that sounds positive and confident. Here's a little secret. Confident speakers don't wait for perfect words. They speak from the heart. Your dreams, your hopes, your goals. These things make your English meaningful. Here's today's powerful lesson. English is not only a language. It is a bridge between your dreams and the world. Every sentence you speak brings you closer to confidence. Every mistake teaches you something new. Every conversation makes you stronger. Look at yourself now. You are no longer afraid of English. You are using English to tell your story. Keep believing. Keep practicing. Keep moving forward.